Okay. So, welcome to another PTE lesson. Today we'll be discussing PTE writing, the different templates, the different question types, the different templates on how to solve or how to write an essay, how to attempt every writing question type using the template that we have to get your desired score. My name is Ruth and I am your PTE trainer for today. So this is a free class which is brought to you by CECA. So along with free PT, IELTS and NATI coaching, CECA also offers all kinds of migration services. So since PR in Australia is becoming far-fetched slowly, we also aid students to migrate to the USA, the Canada, and not the Canada, USA, Canada, and the UK. We also provide a free student extension for our clients. We also help secure admissions with a big scholarship in the most prestigious colleges in Australia, in Canada, the USA, and the UK. We also guarantee admissions and change of courses, all those procedures to be done easily and smoothly. So if you or your friends are looking for any of these services, feel free to contact us and join us and coming to the free classes. If your friends are looking at any free lessons, feel free to recommend them to these classes which are run every day from Monday to Friday from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock Canberra time is when we have the PT lessons, and from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock is when we have the IELTS lessons. Please recommend your friends to these classes as well. Um, what else should I be telling you? These lessons are recorded and they will be uploaded onto YouTube on the channel called CECA Sydney. This is for our students who can't attend these classes or lessons online. So let's go on to PTE writing. Before we go on, these are a few practice websites that you can use to practice your PTE. But even along with practice, the most important thing is feedback. So it's important that someone listens to your speech, especially for PTE speaking, that someone is listening to your speech, to your recording, and giving you proper feedback on that. So PTE is all about shortcuts, templates, techniques, and strategies. In other words, it is how to do it, or rather than what you're doing. So it's more um, the technique part of things rather than the uh, application of your language itself. PTE writing is the second test or the second module that you'll be attempting. So this is soon after speaking, you'll start off with PTE writing. The PTE writing is for a total of about 50 to 70 minutes. That's your total time. And you only have about two question types in PTE, just two question types, and these are those questions. The first one is called Summarize Written Text. This is one of the easiest question type that you have throughout your PTE. This is one of the easiest question types. You'll have about two or three of these questions. Summarize written text, you'll have two or three of these questions. And you will be given 10 minutes per question. 10 minutes per question. There's no rollover of time. That means each question is strictly allotted 10 minutes, and you're being marked for your reading, for your writing, as well as grammar, vocabulary, content, and form. So your grammar, vocabulary, content, and form each gets 2 points, and you also get 2 points towards your writing itself. So this in total gives you about 10 points. Each of these questions give you 10 points. It's easy to score for in these question types, and there's very little less room for error, so you don't have to worry about making mistakes. Only follow the template. Remember, this also gives you points towards your reading. So your vocabulary point, your content point, your grammar point, and all that is transferred to your reading as well. So it can give you a total of about 4 to 5 points towards your reading. Now, one thing that you should understand, is the task description for this question. What are you supposed to do? What is your job here? What's your task? You are given a reading passage on your screen. So a reading passage is displayed on your screen. This reading passage can contain one paragraph or two paragraphs, three paragraphs, ranging from 1 to 7 paragraphs. And you are required to write a summary. So a reading passage is displayed. Your job is to write a summary of that given passage. The summary has to be between 5 to 75 words long. So your word limit of the summary is between 5 and 70 words long. So even though they require you to start from 5 words, ideally, or it's strongly recommended that you stick to 50 and 75 words. Please see that you don't write anything below 50. And this also uh, is marked for about 7 points. It gives you 7 points to writing. I said 10, I think, earlier. But this question type gives you 7 points to writing and about 4 or 5 points to reading as well. And the summary that you're writing, the summary which is between 50 and 75 words, has to be only one sentence long. So that's the catch. You have to write a summary of the reading passage in just one sentence. So there's only going to be one full stop in the end. You can't write more than one sentence. The moment you put more than one full stop, then you're not marked. You're marked only for up to where your first full stop is. You'll be marked only up to there. So see that you don't put any full stops in between. Keep in mind this is going to be one sentence long and it's going to be between 50 and 75 words. Maybe is there any doubt?
No, no, Ruth.
Okay. So let's discuss this question, or maybe we can do the other one as well. So the second question type, as soon as you finish, so this section is for 20 or 30 minutes. After your first 20 minutes or half an hour, you'll be moving on to the second question type. So like in every other English proficiency test, an essay is a, is a regularly seen question for all your English writing tests. So here you have to write an essay. And if you look at it, you're given only 20 minutes per essay. Unlike unlike IELTS, where you're given 40 minutes for your task 2, you're given only 20 minutes per essay, and each essay carries about 15 points. So 20 minutes per essay, every essay is for 15 points. You're given one or two essays. So you're given one or two essays. So this section is for about 20 to 40 minutes. Usually it's one essay, but many times it can be two. Usually you can expect one, but you never know. Sometimes there are two essays. So you marked for all these skills. Essay gives you points only to your writing module. It doesn't give you points anywhere else. So along with it giving you points to writing, how are your points divided? What are they marking you for? So you get 2 points for grammar. Your grammar, which is your punctuation, capitalization, sentence structure, and all that, gives you 2 points. Then your vocabulary, which is your choice of words, choice of your flair of writing, comprises of your vocabulary. You get again 2 points. And third factor is your spelling, which carries 2 points. So how are you marked down for your spelling errors? You're allowed two typos and one spelling error. Two typing errors are allowed and one spelling error is allowed. The moment your spelling error is 2 and your typos increase, you get -1. So you'll end up getting only 1 point. And if you have about 4 or 5 spelling errors and a lot of typos, then you will get 0 for your spelling. So be very careful with your spelling here. And the next factor that you're marked for is your written discourse, which is an important factor of your enabling skills. So your enabling skills. All of these belong to your enabling skills: grammar, vocabulary, spelling, written discourse. And then you're marked for content. That also gives you 2 points there. Content is how close you are, or what are the how close your essay is to the given topic. That determines your content score, and then 2 points for your development, structure, and coherence. And then form is important. Form is your word limit. Your word limit is between 200 and 300 words. And finally, your general linguistic range, where you get 2 points again. So it's very important that you keep this in mind. But because you're dealing with essay, or we are dealing with writing for PTE, always remember that we make use of a template. So I will display to you about 3 templates which are all picked up from the internet. They're floating around, and I think it belongs to different institutes, it belongs to different people, so I have no claims over it. I'm just showing you so that you can take note and follow that template. Now, it is not enough for you to focus only on writing questions to get writing points. So, what other questions give you writing points? You get your 8 band in writing by following all these templates. So, the first one is your summarized written text and essay. They give you your writing points. Along with that, the drop down fill in the blanks, or your reading and writing fill in the blanks from your reading module gives you about at least a minimum of 30 to 35 points towards your writing. Your drop down blanks gives you points to writing. Then your summarized spoken text, which is from your listening, gives you points to writing. Your write from dictation, you have about 3 or 4, gives you points to listening. I mean, this is from your listening, which gives you points to writing. And then fill in the blanks, which gives you points to writing. So your reading and listening support your writing to a big extent. So you will not get your band 8 by just doing writing after writing after writing. Unlike your IELTS, where you have to write a lot of essays, you have to write a lot of letters or your task once to get your band 8. Whereas in PTE, it's enough that you memorize the template and understand how to use your template to get your or to write your essay. So we'll move on to the first question type, which is your summarized written text. Here, your task is to write a summary. Write a summary of the given text. Write a summary of the displayed text. The summary has to be 1 sentence long. That means it starts with a capital, ends with a full stop. So there's only one full stop. And this sentence has to be between 50 and 70 words long. You given 10 minutes to write each summary. You're given 7 points per question. Along with this giving you points to writing, it gives you points to reading as well. Uh, and you're given 10 minutes to write. You'll have 2 or 3 of these summaries. Any doubts?
No.
Okay. So, like I had explained the marking structure, this is how it is.
Maybe your screen is not shared.
Oh, so far I was speaking without sharing my screen, is it? Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So this is how you're being marked for your um, this is how you're being marked for your band descriptors. Your content 2 points, form, which is your word limit, 1 point. The moment you cross 75, you get 0. Okay. Grammar 2 points, grammar 2 points, and then vocabulary 2 points. So that's how you get your 7 points.
Mm.
So this is how your question is going to be like. So you'll have a reading passage which is given to you. Okay, before I continue, Nivedita, you remember that we discussed this question type in strategy.
Yeah.
Do you remember the strategy even without me revising it?
Yeah. First, we have to read the passage for a minute
Mm,
and identify 3 independent sentences,
yes,
not paraphrase it,
yes,
add it to the template, and proofread for spelling and punctuation.
that's it. And then you have to change if there is any pronoun, you change it to nouns, and that's it. So well done. I just wanted to know if you remember or not. So you're given a reading passage like this, and this passage, for example, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paragraphs. But in your exam, you can always expect the passage to be very small. It could be just one paragraph or just having 3 or 4 sentences. It could be that small.
Mm.
So in my exam, if I remember, I had only small passages. I didn't have even one big passage. So when you have small passages, choosing your sentence becomes a task. But don't worry about it because you're not supposed to choose questions. Sometimes the passage will have a lot of questions. You're not supposed to choose quotes or someone's quote or someone's words verbatim. You're not supposed to select such sentences, but sometimes your passage will have at least of the 4 sentences there will be 2 sentences inside quotes. So you have to be careful when you are writing a summary. So the strategy is this. So read the passage for about a minute and choose 3 independent sentences. So while choosing the sentence, where is it? So while choosing the sentence, don't choose questions. I think I should bring up my Word document, um, and I'll write it down. So can you see my Word document?
Yes.
Okay, so not this one. So for summarize written text, your strategy is choose 3 independent sentences from the given passage. So while choosing these sentences, don't choose question type sentences, don't choose example type sentences, and don't choose sentences in parentheses or brackets or quotes. So this is how you do it. Choose 3 independent sentences. While choosing, don't choose anything that poses a question. Your example type sentences inside brackets or quotes. Now you have these sentences. What you do then is connect. This is your step 2. If this is your step 1, so this is your step 2. Connect these sentences using and using simple and complex connectors. So this is how you'll do it. Sentence 1, comma, and then space, and sentence 2, comma. You put your complex connectors, and then there's a comma again, and you put your third sentence, end it with a full stop. So this in the written end, I mean to say. So this is your template. So begin with a capital, end with a full stop, and see that this sentence is between 50 and 75 words long. Your simple connectors are words like and, but, or, no, and all that. And your complex connectors are, think of office emails, fancy simple connectors, which is however, moreover, furthermore, and all that. Any doubts?
No.
Now, I'll give you a checklist. So after you put this in, compare the summary against this checklist. So what are the points in the checklist? First thing is no paraphrasing. You don't paraphrase. No short forms. So when I say short forms, I only mean abbreviations like government, GOV for government, or EG for example. All these can be considered to be your short forms or abbreviations. No symbols. So symbols like your percentage symbol or your plus and minus, your and symbol and all that. So if your summary, if your original sentence, if the sentence that you're choosing has the sentence which says to and it says percentage symbol of population, you will remove the percentage symbol, you'll replace it with percent. Is this clear? So you will write it like this: 2% of the population. Even if your original sentence contains percentage and symbols. Then no questions, we already did that. No examples, we already did that. No, nothing inside brackets or quotes. So see that you change all personal pronouns to nouns. So all your personal pronouns like persona. So your personal pronouns like I, you, he, she, me. Transfer this or transform this, change this to one, a person, an individual. Then, depending if it's people or not, suppose that passage is talking about some kind of a virus, you can't say, so it says it or something, you can't say a person, an individual, and all that. So the next one is we, us, and they, them. You have these, you'll change it to people, society, group, a or the, society, depending on how definite it is, a or the, group. Then if you have, this also includes you in the plural form, if there is you in the plural form. Then the next one is my, mine, your, yours, his, hers. This includes one, a, persons, and individual. It can also include our, ours, your in the plural form, yours, their, or theirs. You'll change it to people, the, societies, the, group. Is this clear?
Yes.
So this is your step 2. So then what you do after this, you'll proofread. Step 3 is to proofread 4 spellings. That's it.
Is that step 4?
Yeah, step 3. Oh yeah, step 4. Then you'll submit this. So you'll spend about 10 minutes for this entire thing. It's a very easy question type. All you need to memorize this template. So after every comma, there should be a space. So I'll just put a space here just for you to understand. There's a space here. There's a space here. Okay, so after every comma, wherever you write, not just PTE, whenever, whatever. So you write, there's a space after every comma, there's a space after every full stop. Any doubts?
No.
Okay. Now, what I want you to do is I can't log into Real PTE today, it's not letting me in. So I'll
Okay.
bring out APUNI and we'll do a few of summarize written text from APUNI. Can we do that? So
Yeah.
what I'll do is, can you see my APUNI screen?
Yes.
Okay. Can you try and write a summary for this? Okay, one important thing is in your test, there is an option for you to copy and paste. So you're allowed, you can copy and paste, but see that you don't do that for this question type because your keystrokes might be recorded. So they'll be checking how many words you've typed. So it might pose to be a problem if your words are 65 and your typing is only about 5 words. So
Mm.
so don't use copy and paste there. So
Okay.
can you try and write a summary of this? I'll give you about
Sure.
2 minutes. Two, no, I'll give you about 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'll just go grab some water while you're doing that.
Sure.
Okay, we have a student who is with us. Okay, just check your answer. So I'll just check your answer.
Okay.
Yeah, this is only 46 words. Shows you're using your phone. A leader can define or clarify goals by issuing a memo or an executive order. This is your first connector.
Yeah.
And so why is leaders in capital? Leaders has to be in small.
Yeah.
And
Next time when I posted, I did.
leaders can mobilize people's energies in ways that range from subtle, quiet persuasion to the coercive threat or the use of deadly force. Moreover, women have provided casual, low-key friendship. So your commas are in place. There is the first comma has to be before the connecting word,
Okay.
before the linker, comma, space, and then your and.
I did that first, but in your template, I saw.
Is it?
Oh no, it was my mistake. No.
Okay. So before and is the comma, and for the second connector, before and after. Okay. Let's do the next one, or we'll do one more. So give me a minute while I'll try to grab something that looks a bit tricky.
Okay.
Just for you to practice. So in your exam, expect short questions, expect a lot of questions and quotes.
Hmm.
What happens, suppose there are sentences inside quotes, or I mean not sentences, if there are, let me tell you what I mean. So when you're taking a sentence, suppose it says, and if this is your passage, and it says by issuing a, and it comes like this, issuing a memo. So, in such cases, you feel free to take such words because it's only one word inside the quote, it's not someone's
Hmm.
quote. So, in such
Yeah.
cases, you are okay to take it. And even in cases where there is a word inside a bracket, just one word, not an entire sentence,
Hmm.
you can feel free to take it as well.
Okay.
What happens if your sentence that you're choosing is too small, and you don't have to always go looking for the full stop? When you're choosing sentences, you don't always need to go looking for the full stop. If you get a sentence inside the full stop, okay, good, well done. But if we don't,
Hmm.
if there are if the whole passage itself is behaving like a sentence, the whole paragraph is a sentence, and you don't know how to choose such a big sentence, always choose a part of the sentence
Hmm.
where it's making sense. So choose a clause. So if the sentence is too big, then choose part of the sentence where it's making sense. If the sentence is too small, then join it with the next sentence, okay?
Yeah.
So you have to, while you're combining it with the next sentence, after you combine it, see is there a need for an and, or shall I just put them together and it doesn't change much? Then check that and decide if you should put an and or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the next one. Give me a minute while I look at any tough question that I can find. Okay, this is your question.
Okay.
This one.
I can't see the complete lines. Who wrote after that?
Okay. I get that. So maybe if I 180.
Yep, fine now.
Okay. Okay. So here it's government. It has governed. It has been more than 100 years since the Women Institute was established. Is this in capital? All the three. The Women Institute, yes, it's in capital. Was established, but gender equality has not yet been achieved. And this is your first connector. Even with the equality law, the gender pay gaps still exist. The gender pay gaps still exist or exists. One. Then, moreover, women need to improve themselves. There's still a lot more that people need to do, such as STEM, and governments should also take actions. So your word limit is, your word count is 58 words here, but because you're looking at writing, because you're looking at 8, what I suggest is go as close as you can to 75.
Okay.
So ideally for you, I'll suggest 68 words plus. Okay, can we do one more and then we'll go on to essay?
Sure.
Okay, this is your question. Question 176. Can you see it? Assessment.
Yeah, I can say.
Okay, this one, and I'll give you 6 minutes.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll do it before that, but so I'll pause the record. Okay, so here is your link. This is 66 words, which is good. Assessment is a central process in education. This is your first connector, and because people cannot teach well without finding out where their students are starting from, people have to assess. Second connector, moreover, in all countries, assessments of the performance of individual students are used to determine which students are and which students are not. Something is wrong with this word. Suitable, is it? For subsequent phases of education and also to decide which kinds of education students should receive. Let's look at that word.
Sorry, it was qualified.
Oh, it is qualified. Okay,
Sorry.
no problem. So, where is it? So you took one from top, one from the middle, one from the end. Okay. So you didn't. Was there any, or were there any these words like we, us, and all that? Did you take
Yeah,
any?
there were
Did
because we. It was because we. So I made it a people.
okay. So and because we cannot teach well, you said because people cannot teach well. Good.
Yeah.
Without finding out where their students are starting from, people have to
And I
individually
think,
assess. Okay, this you change to people again.
yeah, and their student.
Have to assess.
It was our student.
Okay, that's good. So this is good. So here, instead of people, suppose there are more of this, you can also
I thought
use,
of using they, but
yeah,
then I thought this could be more sensible for a computer.
yes. So, so instead of people, you can also use it with the teachers, the group, or something similar,
Oh,
or the assessors, or the teachers, or something similar, educators, something to do with this context. But I wouldn't recommend this to everyone. I would be happy with people and people, but it's because you can do it. That's the reason why I'm telling you.
oh,
So if there was another student as well here who couldn't, who if I judge and I feel they couldn't do it, I wouldn't recommend that to them. But I'm
okay.
just telling it to you because I think you can do it. So you just look at the context and put in any noun related. Teachers have to assess or something.
Uh, yeah, yeah.
So let's start off with essay. Do you want a break or are you okay with to start with an essay?
Okay to start.
Okay. So let's start off with essay. Okay. For essay, I suggest that you use this template, this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Or this is also fine. This one is also good. It's the same.
Mhm.
Both of them are the same
Yeah, this
template.
is the one we practiced last time.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can use the same thing. It's one and the same. Both of these templates are the same. So what
Okay.
I'll do is I'll just copy this template onto the Word document and they can
Mm.
do it. So both these templates are exactly the same. They're all taken off from the internet. Let me copy
Okay.
it and we can. Okay. So first we'll look at this template. So this has 4 paragraphs, introduction, two body paragraphs, and a conclusion. So the entire template is about um, to almost 200 words and 199 words. So your first task is to read through. We'll just try and understand. One of the most unmistakable, obvious trends of today's world is the significant upsurge in. Here we put our topic name. So while you put your topic name, just give me 1 minute. So here, one of the most obvious trends of today's world is the significant upsurge in, and you put in the topic sentence here. While you're putting your topic sentence, see that you put it in quotes. So I'm not too
Okay.
sure, but there is a word on the PTE states that anything that you put inside quotes is seen as a separate entity by the computer. Are you a computer student?
Okay. No, I studied it. Like everyone does.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm not a computer expert at all, but there's a word on the street, and that's why most of the people who make templates do this. So they put the topic sentence inside quotes. They say that everything that you put inside a quote is seen as a separate entity. Though I was skeptical, but I have seen that some student that there is an increase in the points when they begin to do this. So that's the reason why I have brought to you this. So this is your, even when you put in topic's name again, here put it in quotes. So the first sentence or the first paragraph is our introduction paragraph. So here we put in the topic sentence 2 times. That's all is our job.
Okay.
So how do we do it? One of the most unmistakably obvious trends of today's world is the significant upsurge in, and they put the topic sentence, not the given topic sentence as it is. We take a small chunk of the sentence and we put it as topic sentence. We'll come to that. We'll just go through this and we'll come to that. And then we say, in my opinion, the topic name or the topic sentence has more negative impacts than positives in the society. So, how do you determine if this topic is more bad or more good, whether it has more negative or more positive impacts? Is if your topic sentence has more of negative sentences, then you decide that the topic is negative. If the topic has more of positive sentences and you do not find any negative sentences or very less negative sentences, then you decide that this topic has more positive impacts than negatives in the society. So for now, try and stick to it has more negative impacts unless you're forced to think otherwise. Then, if you look at the second paragraph, what happens? On the one hand, critics may point out that, so because here you have told that the topic has more negative impacts or this topic is bad, in the second paragraph, you'll be talking opposite to whatever you decided here. So if you decide that this topic has negative impacts, in the second paragraph, you'll make this critic talk about the benefits of the problem.
Okay.
So, on the one hand, critics may point out that one of the most significant, you choose benefits of, put your topic name again, is, and you give one positive point for the critic or one positive point about the topic.
Okay.
Then, for example, and there is an example sentence after that, and you use the someone, unlike in the past, now have, use the same idea in this as well. So use the same idea that you used for this positive point as your example so that you don't need to rack your brains as much. So I'll show you how to do that. So in the first paragraph, you only need to put in your topic sentence twice and you decide if this topic is going to be negative in your point of view or positive. Since try and decide most of the time that this topic is negative, and if you decide so, in the next paragraph, you'll make the critic speak about the positive impacts or the benefits of the topic. Now we go to the third paragraph. In the third paragraph, you are restating your point of view. You're telling your point of view again. So here in your point of view was that this topic is negative. So you're going to talk negative things about the topic. On the other hand, there are several arguments in favor of my stance. One of the most preponderant ones is that you put your topic name again in quotes, has some negative consequences for the community in various ways. Firstly, and you put your first negative point with a reason. So, first negative point, and you put it with a reason. And next to the word secondly, you put your okay. Then you use the same thing in this sentence. According to Times Magazine December 2017 edition, the proportion of something has increased from something to something. So use the same idea as your first negative point itself. I'll show you how to do that. So this could be any number, maybe 10% to 50% today or some number, any number. Then secondly, a large portion of, you put your second negative point over here. And then you put a reason. Okay, and then the last one. Lastly, in my opinion, the government of Australia is taking a great initiative in educating its someone on the impact of the topic name in quotes again. Someone are being encouraged to spend a significant portion of their time in dash in order to compensate for problems of dash or in order to compensate for problems of the topic name. So this is how your essay template is going to be. So I'll just show you how to put how to write an essay using that template. Let me grab a topic. Okay. You can see my, you can't, right? Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Suppose this is our topic. In our technological world, the number of new inventions has been increasing. Please make an example with its impact on our life and explain if this is beneficial or not. If this is our topic sentence, um, what we do is, give me a minute, I'll keep that as it is. So first thing that we do is make a topic sentence out of the given topic. So let's read our given topic. In our technological world, the number of new inventions has been increasing. Please make an example with its impact on our life and explain if it's beneficial or not. So it doesn't matter what they're asking us, we're always treating each of these questions as a positive, negative kind of an essay or an advantage, disadvantage kind. So our topic sentence is going to be, it has to be very simple and preferably a very small sentence. So in our technological world, one of the most unmistakable obvious trends of today's world is the significant upsurge in, maybe we'll put increase in new inventions. Is a significant upsurge in new inventions could be our topic. We talk about we give one or two positive points. We try to find two positives and two negatives for this new invention. So, positive with a reason. So, what is good about new inventions? Maybe we could say makes people's life easier, because of decreased workload. Then, what is another good thing about new inventions? Um, could be technological advancements, because of research into um, new inventions, something like this. So we have two positive points and we'll think of negative points. So what could be bad about new inventions?
Makes people lazy,
Makes people, instead of lazy, is there any other word?
lethargic.
Lethargic, good. So makes people lethargic because of lack of physical activity.
Or could be ease of life, ease of living.
Yeah, because of
Everything. Yeah.
easy life or ease of living.
Yeah.
Okay, another negative about this new inventions could be misuse
Yeah.
of technology because of
Dark web.
because, okay, because of software or something like that. Okay, so another negative point could be people becoming lethargic because of ease of living, misuse of technology, because of greed in human beings, or because of increased greed, or because of greed for money or something, for power and control.
Mm.
So, how do we put this into our topic sentences? What we're going to see. One of the most unmistakable, obvious trends of today's world is the significant upsurge in we put inventions. Widespread worry, this will only lead to a myriad of concerns in the society. In my opinion, new inventions, or we could put increase in the new inventions, have has more negative impacts than positives in the society, or new inventions have more have more negative impacts than positives in the society. Now we're going to talk about the benefits of these new inventions. On the one hand, critics may point out that one of the most significant benefits of new inventions is what is good about it is that it makes people's life easier.
Yeah.
Now, just to make our life easier, what we do is we put the same uh, point for the next one. For example, the someone is always a group of people. So we put people, citizens, students, anybody. For example, people, unlike in the past, now have more ease of living, now have more, um, or now have more
Technology to help them.
technology to help them live easy lives. So we put the same point here. Easy lives is our topic, so we revolve it around that just so that we don't waste time. We have only about 20 minutes. So
Okay.
then, on the other hand, there are several arguments in favor of my stance. One of the most preponderant ones is that we put the topic name again in quotes. New inventions have some negative consequences for the community in various ways. Next to this word firstly, we put our first negative point. Firstly, people become lethargic, or new inventions make people lethargic, or people become lethargic because of ease of living. Now, we use the same idea in the Times Magazine survey because we don't want to waste time again. So, according to Times Magazine December 2017 edition, the proportion of lethargic people has increased from 10% to 50% today. Secondly, and we put our second negative point, secondly, a large portion of the technology is misused because of um, hunger for power and control. Then, for the last one, lastly, in my opinion, the government of Australia is taking a great initiative in educating the someone as always again people on the impact of people are being encouraged to spend a significant portion of their time in. So for this, you have so here you have to recommend or you have to give me a minute. So people are being encouraged to spend a significant portion of their time in. So here your job is to tell these people how to spend their time or how to spend a significant portion of their time. Okay. So while we wrote this essay, do you have any doubts or anything that you want to ask?
No.
Okay. Now what I'll do is, can I'll copy and paste this once again. I want you to write an essay. Not write, maybe you tell me to type and I'll do it. So give me a minute. Shall I? Do you want this? Do you want this essay?
Yeah, I took a screenshot.
Okay. So I'll just erase this then. I'll put the template again. Okay, let me bring a topic from APL. And taking from the prediction. Okay, if this is your topic, you can't see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if this is your topic, television serves many functions. Watching TV makes us relax. We learn knowledge and information from TV programs. We can learn. I think this topic itself is so dumb, right? We can obtain, they mean, and information from TV programs. Besides, TV can also be seen as a companion. To what extent do you agree or disagree with it? So I'll give you 2 minutes. Can you think for 2 minutes and then tell me what to put as topic and positives and negatives? 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, I'll just pause the recording.
Okay.
Okay, so what is your topic sentence?
Viewing TV as companion.
Okay, and positives.
Positive is helps fight loneliness.
Because
Through easily accessible entertainment because of
wrong with this?
sorry.
What's wrong with the spelling?
Lone. There should be E after N. Loneliness.
Okay. What is another positive point?
A positive point. I thought of two negatives, not two positive.
Okay. What is another negative?
Wastage of time due to binge watching.
Okay.
And second, lack of concentration or lack of concentration on work because mind is revolving around the story that we saw.
You're talking like your mom, right?
I'm just thinking what to write.
Okay. Now let's start writing. One of the most unmistakable, obvious trends of today's world is a significant upsurge in viewing
Viewing
TV.
TV as a companion.
Okay. There is a widespread worry this will only lead to a myriad of concerns in the society. In my opinion, viewing TV. So TV is only singular. Let's has more negative impacts than positives in the society. So the critic is going to talk good things. On the one hand, critics may point out one of the most significant, you choose the word, benefits of is, and you'll put the first positive point is
Health fight loneliness.
that it helps fight loneliness. Then, for example, people unlike in the past. Oh, you tell me.
People unlike in the past have more easily accessible entertainment.
Or
Form of entertainment. I've done it before. Okay.
I think I should put that here because that was it helps fight loneliness as it is a easily. Stop, there's always space. What's wrong? Okay. On the other hand, there are a number of arguments in favor of my stance. One of the most preponderant ones is that in your exam as well, for this essay, you can always copy your topic because there's repetition so many times, right?
Okay.
That viewing TV as a companion has some negative consequences for the community in various ways. Firstly, can you tell me how to put your first point?
It causes wastage of time.
Firstly, TV causes wastage of time because
Binge watching.
people
Indulging in binge watching.
okay, then you use the same thing here. According to Times Magazine December 2017 edition, the proportion of
People indulging in binge watching.
yes, people who binge watch TV shows has increased from 10% to 50% today. Secondly, how do you put your second point?
It also causes lack of concentration.
Secondly, it also causes decreased concentration in workers or in people as their mind is distracted by distracted by the soap operas or something. Secondly, a large portion of the people, right?
Yeah.
Experience decreased. Secondly, a large portion of the people experience decreased concentration as their mind is distracted by the soap operas. Then, lastly, in my opinion, the government of Australia is taking a great initiative in educating its
People.
people on the impact of the topic name. People are being encouraged to spend a significant portion of their time in
Learning about the impact of
the impacts. Topic name:
watching TV will do. Okay.
watching TV in order to compensate for uh, the lack of the problems of the topic. Impacts of watching TV or watching too much TV.
Mm.
In order to compensate for the lack of or for the problems of this. So that's all. How do you find this? Easy peasy, right?
Mm.
Okay. So how to practice this? The it's your first job is only to memorize this template. After you memorize the template, there's no need for you to keep writing essays. So what you do is look at a topic, think of okay, one of the most upsurging trends is this. Okay, what should be my topic name? Two positives, two negatives. What should be my topic name here? Two positives, two negatives. That's all. And you'll be practicing your essay in your head. You don't need to sit and write essay after essay. Instead, focus on your important question types.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're done for today. Even if I start a new topic, there is no enough time for us to cover it.
Yep.
So I'll end today's lesson for today now, and then we'll meet again tomorrow and we'll practice listening tomorrow.
Yep.
So we'll practice listening questions tomorrow and come with a lot of doubts. And why are you laughing?
Come with a lot of doubts. If
Yeah,
I have.
so that we can clear all your doubts. And there was one thing, okay. So this week, since we've covered all the modules as a practice, you're ready to take your mock test. So take a mock test this week,
Sure.
anytime, and let me know how it goes. Either take module by module or you take a full mock test. I don't mind at all, but you just
Mm.
give me your I need to listen to your recording. So either you log in to your test and allow me to listen um, during the lesson. Maybe you log into your profile and play the audio and allow me to listen, because I really need to know how you perform under pressure and if it's
Okay. You want me to take the mock test in your presence, or you want to
no,
evaluate it later?
no, I can't do it in front of me because there is no time. Otherwise, that's a good idea too. But no, it will be too distracting because if there's another student, so what you do is you do it, and the recording will be stored, right? You can listen to
Yeah.
it again. So
Yeah. Yeah.
after you finish it, any day this week, you just
I
let
will do it on Wednesday. I'll
and
share it with you on
on
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. So that will be that's a plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? I think that's all for today. If you can, will you please leave a Google review on how you
Sure,
find
I'll do
these
that.
classes? All
Yeah. Yeah.
right. Thanks very much and have a good rest of your day.
Good day. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.